Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man, and it's time to cut the column pour soap I made yesterday. It's been 20 hours, which I guess technically it's still saponifying, and I had a bit of trouble getting it out of the mold, but I was really afraid that if I left it too long I wouldn't get it out, or it would be too hard to cut, and I'm also a little bit impatient. I'm pleased with the way it turned out. It looks pretty cool. And I love the spider web pattern in this, although the last time I made one, it looked better than this. I like this combination of colors together. It looks pretty neat, but the last one I made looked better. And the last one I made, I also realized I used a smaller column. And this column was probably too big for this small mold. But anyway, let's go ahead and cut it and see. We'll go see what it looks like. It is what it is at this point. I've gone ahead and pre-scored it, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to get 9 bars and then turn them on the side and cut those down the opposite direction so we can see this really cool pattern in it. My knife is just barely big enough to go through this way. See, even after 20 hours, this is a hard soap, and that's what I had a feeling it would be. And I was afraid that if I waited longer, I'd not be able to cut it. Or if I did cut it, it would score on the edges, which I have had that before when the soap has gotten too hard to cut. Yeah, it's going through. So you'll just have to please be patient with me just a minute while I get these first initial cuts. These first two are going to be the hardest, and then I'll have smaller bars that will be easier to cut. Alright, there we go. Okay, yeah, the inside's looking nice. I like that. Inside's looking pretty darn good. So let's do this one, and then they'll be easier to cut from this point. It's just these first two cuts that are going to be hard to cut. I do have bigger knives upstairs, but I like this knife for cutting soap because it's thin. And the thin blade makes a nicer, easier, cleaner cut. It's going very slowly, but it is going. There, I've hit the bottom. Okay. There, it's through. I can feel the knife. It's through. There we go. Now, let me just gently get the knife off so I don't tear it, because it is still pretty soft. Oh, but wow, the inside looks nice. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Love this. Even though it is not as nice as the last one, I love this. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead. Now that these are into smaller pieces, let's go ahead and cut these. And then we're going to cut it sideways. And we'll see truly what the soap's going to look like, the final bar. The top looks nice. The bottom does not. But the inside cut is what's going to really, really shine through. I was also worried about this not going through gel phase. I was so tempted to put it in the oven to force it a gel phase because I soaked really cool, 80 degrees. My lye water and my oils were 80 degrees to keep it nice and cool, so it stayed nice and thin. But I was afraid, because I don't have a traditional soap mold for this one, I was really afraid to put that plastic mold in the oven. I was afraid, even though it's heavy, rigid plastic, I'm not sure if it could withstand the heat. I was afraid the heat of the oven would cause it to warp, and it would ruin not only the mold, but the soap as well, or the appearance of the soap at least. But I came in about maybe 10 hours or so after I made it, and I touched it, and it was very warm. So I'm sure, even with the very, very cool oils and lye water, I'm pretty sure it went through gel phase, especially looking at it now. I'm sure this went through gel phase. inside looks nice. And that's the side cut. That's not really the cut that looks really nice. But even so, I love this. It is a little soft, but once again, it's been 20 hours, so technically it's probably still got a little bit of saponification left to do. Alright, here we go. Now this is going to be the true test. Here's going to be our true test, folks. Let me go ahead and get this piece right here. Now here's the bottom. Of course, the bottom is different colors. The bottom does not look good at all. This is, this is where, it just spread out over the mold. But here's going to be the true test. So let's go ahead and cut a center piece now. Cut it sideways. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is such a neat pattern. This is such a cool soap. I love the call and pour. I absolutely love the column. Now this is the very, very center piece, like where the column was. It might look a little different. Oh, even the side on that one looks neat. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad I did this. I'm going to have to do this one more often. The original one I did was so popular, and I'm just so glad so many people have enjoyed it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love it. Man, this is cool. Yes, I'm a child of the 70s. I grew up in the 70s, and cool was cool to say, so I still use the word cool. Some of you younger folks may think, oh my gosh, this old man. Well, I'm not that old, I'm just 50. And this is cool. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I was afraid the inside, judging by the top, I was afraid the inside was not going to look as nice as my last one, but it does. Oh, this color combination, I love it. And the next time I do this, which I promise won't be as long for the last one, I'm going to scent it. I'm going to use a scent that behaves well, because this batter at those cool temperatures, especially the recipe and those cool temperatures and minimal stick blending, behaves so well for a pattern like this. Oh, and every one is uniquely different. I just love this. The next time I do this, I am going to scent it with a scent that behaves well, that does not discolor, and most important of all, does not accelerate. Oh man, that's awesome. Alright, as you can tell, I'm just a little bit excited. Now here's the top. It doesn't look real great. Not bad at all, but it's kind of rough on the edges. I'll clean these up a little bit with the knife, but I just wanted to get this cut in here. Oh, this is gorgeous. Alright, just 2 more pieces to cut. Oh man, look at that. Fantastic. And I think I'm cutting it just at the right time. It is just soft enough to make a nice cut, but make a nice clean cut. This is awesome. Look at that. Turn it that way. Man, I love this. Alright folks, that's it. That's all I have, but take a look at this again. Just look at this. I was really concerned about how it was going to turn out, but I am so pleased with this. I hope you like it. Even that one that was on the center, look at that. These are just awesome. So the trick with this is to keep your temperatures cool and do minimal stick blending. And if you do scent it, which I think I will do the next time, use a scent that does not accelerate, and you're going to have results like this. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.